Videos showing a series of explosions across Russian-occupied Crimea have been posted to social media sites. The Moscow-installed authorities on the peninsula say an ammunition depot exploded and caught fire after being struck by Ukrainian drones. The incident occurred at Krasnogvardeysky in central Crimea. They said there were no casualties in the blast and ordered an evacuation of the area. Ukraine's military has not commented on the explosions. Let's welcome Marina Moran, a military analyst at King's College London. Marina, welcome. Let's talk about the drone attacks on Russian-occupied Crimea today, just days after that significant attack on the Kerch Bridge, which I'll remind our viewers connects Crimea to Russia. What do you think Ukraine's military goals are here?
Good day, Michael. Well, for the Ukrainian side, the Kerch Bridge and the Crimean Peninsula, ever since the annexation in 2014, has been an important territory which Ukraine seeks to recapture. However, it is very difficult, and Ukraine knows that this is a military heart of Russia, which connects Russia essentially with the occupied Ukrainian territories right now. Therefore, given the fact that the counteroffensive is going slowly, Ukraine is looking for other opportunities now, having the capabilities, having the cluster munition, having long-range missiles such as Storm Shadow to strike Russia where it hurts most, namely in Crimea.
President Zelensky has now declared the Crimean Bridge an enemy facility and therefore a military target. Previously, Kyiv's been fairly reticent with such statements. Why this clear, bold announcement now?
Well, I think it is interesting that there is a change of rhetoric, because the first attempt to destroy the bridge was in October 2022, which has disrupted the traffic on the bridge. And I think we have to look at it from a more political perspective, because at that point, Ukraine didn't have the capabilities that it had, and it also had to ensure that Western allies are backing Ukrainian action, that whatever Ukraine is doing is not going to damage any potential weapon deliveries from Western allies. And now, especially after Russia withdrawing from the grain deal, I think that all the boundaries have been passed, and therefore, as President Zelensky correctly stated, it is a military objective, because essentially the railway is the supply route for the Russian forces in the occupied territories. Therefore, from the international law perspective, you can consider it as a military objective.
We only have half a minute, but I do want to ask you, traffic on that bridge, not surprisingly, was interrupted today. What would be the likely impact on Russian objectives if Ukraine was to destroy that bridge?
Well, it would create a logistical nightmare for Russia, because it will make it very difficult for Russia to supply the troops on the occupied territories in Ukraine. Therefore, a destruction would be of strategic importance for Ukraine. And also, it has a symbolic value for Putin himself. So you have a military strategic significance and also political and symbolic significance. However, it might take a lot of effort to actually destroy the bridge itself.
Understood. That is Marina Moran, military analyst at King's College London. As ever, thanks much.
Thank you for having me.